What's up, friends? Can't Flip for Ship here, your favorite flipper. And I know what you're thinking, Can't Flip for Ship. Why do you always have such long intros? Why can't you ever just get to the damn point? And to that, I gotta say, that's honestly pretty rude. No, I do want to get into this video today, but I have to caveat it by saying that, like, this video is only for the thumb giraffe, all right? It's not for any other type of giraffe. But I think I can do the regular draft. Let me try to get into it. Okay. Oh shit. Somebody clip that. But yeah, so my neighbors are moving, sorry. There we go. That's kind of like the regular draft. But yeah, so that's basically what this video is going to be about. It's just some tips that can kind of help you get it down a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely something that you might be interested in. I don't know if everybody's going to want to watch this video, but let me know what level of tricks you guys want, because I never know really like what level of tricks my audience wants tutorials on, because I'll post like a beginner style trick and then people will be like, dude, nobody wants this. And then I'll post like an advanced trick and they'll be like, dude, you know, I don't know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't know what style is more preferred, but let me know if there's any specific one that you guys want me to do, because I will do that for you. So without further ado, with the longest damn intro in the whole wide world, here's the tips. So obviously you're going to want to know the scissor first before you ever do the draft. But when you do the draft, it's going to be the same motion as the scissor, but here's the difference. When you throw a scissor, you can kind of just toss it up and catch it pretty casually. It doesn't have to have like a lot of force, because you're just going to catch it and you can kind of move it with the other fingers. So like you have here and you can move that, or you have, you know, here and you can go into a chaplain when you do it. But for the thumb draft, or just for the draft in general, it's going to require a lot more force, because you have to roll kind of over this backside. So if it's, let me see, either way, you're going to catch the scissor and it's going to be like this. Shit. Sorry. So you catch the scissor and you're like this. You want to kind of roll it up over this finger and it comes around, right? But what you don't realize is that it depends. Like if you have a really neutral knife, it doesn't take as much force because you're coming from a neutral balance in the pivots. But whenever you're on like a knife that has a little bit more handle bias, like this one, it's just a different type of motion. But that being said, you're going to want to give it a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm over here flipping, like I'll just start flipping and then forget track of my video. But anyways, so yeah. So the toss is almost like a toss. I like to do like a harder toss. So like you can actually visibly see, like I'll do my scissor toss, right? And then here is my giraffe toss, right? So that's the difference in the tosses. I don't know if you're able to see that like on video or not, but that's the difference between the two of them. And really, it's not like a crazy difference of speed, but it's just a slight something. You know what I'm saying? It's just a slight variation in the speed, and it makes like all the difference. On top of that, you're going to want to, when you grab it, you want to grab it with a scooping motion when you're doing it. So like if I was going to do like a scissor, and you can do this with your scissor too, but like if I was going to do a scissor, I can almost afford to just stop and then get rolling. But whenever it comes into the giraffe, I don't have that luxury, because that scooping motion, see how it changes the momentum? Like I'll do draft type motion without scooping, and you'll see that it doesn't carry it all the way through the motion, right? And now here, I'm in this point, I've lost all the momentum, and I have to flick it with my arm to get the rest of it done, versus watch me scoop it. Now look, it's already doing it for me. Notice where I end up. So it's kind of like a differential in the way that it kind of works. So two things. One, you toss a little harder. Two, you scoop with the motion. And you want to kind of remember that like the more you give it on that scoop, the further it's going to go. And you don't want to be too aggressive, because if you are too aggressive, you're going to get to that point where it's going to roll back around. And it always happens like this. It comes back around and hits your finger like that. So just a couple things to kind of be weary of. Also, you kind of want to remember that like it can stay in the air for a decent amount of time. Like a lot of the time when people are practicing drafts, I see that it's kind of like you almost don't want to like you almost don't want to let it get to a certain point, and I understand that, but oh shit. Because it's like it feels like a faster, like when you throw the toss a little faster, you have to like catch it a little faster, but that's not necessarily 100% true. The toss can actually be like, just like, even though it's faster, you can still catch it around the general same time you're gonna catch a scissor. And the reason why is because, like, if you're gonna catch it like this, there's a difference between catching it here like this versus if it goes a little longer and now it's the draft, you're catching it like this. So if the handle has that momentum, it rolls over easier. So like, if I can catch the scissor flat like this and kind of let the momentum go, right? Because catching it flat, it's not a big deal, right? Oh shit. I'm trying to get the camera like this, kind of never held it from this angle, but see, if I catch it right here, it's not a big deal because I'm gonna go here, or I'm gonna go here, or something like that. But versus the giraffe, if I catch it low like that, now look, how am I ever gonna go from this point and rotate it all the way around to here, right? So with the giraffe, if you notice, the way you wanna catch it is a little bit, oh shit, a little bit later on in the toss. So, ooh, I don't know. I want to get it to where you can see it, but anyways, you get the point of what I'm saying. Sorry, I have trouble getting it from that angle. Pause. But yeah, so that's a little bit of the video that I wanted to kind of go over the tips that I have. The biggest tip is that little scooping motion is going to do a lot of the work for you. And then a lot of it is just about timing. I mean, this is one of those tricks where it's just a timing trick. It's gonna be about your timing more than anything else. But I have kind of rambled on this video, so in order to spare you some time, I'm gonna go ahead and just stop talking so much. Whoa. But yeah, let me know if the video helped. Let me know if there was any sort of like small tips that kind of helped you out. I mean, I don't really have like a ton of tips, and I don't really know the trick to that type of level yet. And so it's difficult for me to like give tips and tricks because I don't really know like what's going to be good and what's going to be like helpful to you guys. But at the same time, I wanted to at least give it a go and see if there's anything that I could do that would be like sort of useful to you. All right, rock on.